Hey everybody, this is Dan from Headstone Hunters, and today we're in a little country cemetery. We're outside of Monroe Center, Illinois, and this little cemetery is off of a gravel road right there, and then that is Quarry Road that goes into DeKalb County from here. I don't know what this cemetery's name is, but it is it's just a little country cemetery. But now, me being from the next town over, I see a lot of names here that I recognize from this area. So when you're going and you're headstone hunting yourself, be mindful of the names, because a lot of these names, there's roads named after. Right up between here, I'm gonna pan in. It says Krill. The Krill family. There's a Krill road just over, 2 roads over past Route 72. So anyhow, one of the neat things about this little cemetery is, number one, there is one of those tree markers in here, and those were family plot markers, and you see the little stumps there. Those will either say mom or dad or a family member's name. But there's one of these stones in here, and I'm not quite sure now if anybody sees. This is a family plot, Thomas Clark, and then it says Thomas. Now, I'm not sure how deep that casket is, and if that's just a cover stone over the casket, I'm not sure. So if anybody knows that information, feel free to put it in the comments and let me know so that I know for myself the next time. Cemetery boundaries are pretty clearly marked by the fence around it. Here we have a gravestone of, it looks like, little Johnny. There is a lamb on it, which represents a child, and it is sandstone. The unfortunate thing is that I'm quite sure Johnny's not buried here. He's probably buried elsewhere in the cemetery, and that's where they had to put his headstone because it was laying somewhere. Lots of uneven ground here, as happens in most of the old cemeteries. We got some old stones over there. We got plot markers. These ends. Those aren't necessarily the name of anybody. There's one there. There's one right there in that corner. Right there. And right there. This would be a family plot for the Nash family. So that's kind of how they marked out the plots. They put a plot marker in each corner of the plot. An unfortunate thing about this cemetery, same as every other cemetery that I've been to, that I visited, that I will take you with me to, lots of destruction. Kids come in here and they kick the stones over for whatever reason, I don't know, and leave them lay there, and then this is how they stay. And it's an unfortunate thing. It costs a lot of money to, now this one has a cross with a crown on it, and I'm not quite sure what that symbolizes. But as I was saying, it costs a lot of money to replace these stones, and very specialized people to do that. And there's not a lot of those people around. And there's so many stones across just the state of Illinois alone, let alone the whole United States. Those people could work 365 days a year and still never replace a quarter of them. And it's really a shame, because if people were just respectful, we wouldn't have to worry about that. There's a nice old obelisk that's made of sandstone, and I can't tell what the symbol is right there because it's all worn from wind and rain, and So we really can't tell what that is. Now this stone's pretty interesting here. That big marble ball, or granite ball, used to sit right up on top of there. I remember coming to this cemetery before. You can see where it's different color right there. And I can remember when that ball was on top of that stone right there. So that was up there. And either the ground shifted or somebody knocked it off. I remember it happened pretty suddenly. And you know, the person who mows this, they're just going to shove everything where they can so they can mow around it or over it. So, not quite sure, like I said, I'm not quite sure what this cemetery's name is. But it is a really, really neat little country cemetery. And these little cemeteries dot the state of Illinois and many other states, Iowa, you know, small Midwestern rural towns, you know, out in the country everywhere, there's a cemetery with a lot of the people that grew up on farms around here. This is their final resting place. So, sorry about last month's Headstone Hunters. I didn't get a chance to put episode out, but I did give you 2 episodes before that, so I figured the Bloods Point episode kind of made up for that. I will get this one out before the 15th this month, and anyhow, I will try to figure out the name of this cemetery. We've always tried to figure it out, and nobody can really point a name on it. But if you want to know more about cemeteries, you can go to graveyards.com on the internet. And a gentleman named Matt Huck has put together one of the most comprehensive listings of cemeteries in the state of Illinois, parts of Iowa, and I think he's even went up into Wisconsin. And you know, you can find a lot of cemeteries and graveyards on there. So anyhow, nice little rural cemetery off of Quarry Road in Ogle County, just outside of Monroe Center. We are southeast of Monroe Center by about, I would say, 1.5 miles, 2 miles. So if you ever want to visit this cemetery, that's where it is, off Quarry Road. And this is Dan for Headstone Hunters. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks to all you that are following us, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more. Until the next episode, take care.